Hey, my name is Gabriele, and I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Marketing Your Gym. And today I'm talking to you about how to get a ton of new athletes training at your gym through sponsorships. Okay, so I want you to envision your email inbox or your Facebook feed, your Facebook Messenger, and everything like that. And what I want you to do is think about all the people that reach out to you and cold call you and cold email you and cold text you and said, hey, I got this great opportunity to do business with you, or blah, 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 blah. And what do you look at them as? You look at them as an unwanted pest, right? They're annoying you and they're pestering you. And sometimes when you're growing your business, and I work with gym owners, and specifically gym owners that do athlete training and do adult fitness training, but sometimes when we're marketing our business, we can have those feelings ourselves of like, oh, I'm emailing people too much, or I'm putting too much out on social and stuff like that. And the reality is, you shouldn't feel like that. As long as you're putting good content out there, you shouldn't feel like you're being annoying. But the reality is, today I want to talk to you about a strategy where instead of being an unwanted pest, you become an invited guest. Meaning you are someone that they're pleasantly surprised to see you, and it is done through sponsorships. So I'm going to go through 6 steps. I'm going to lead you through these 6 steps that will take you down this path of sponsorships to help you get a ton of more athletes. And I'm going to use the context of athletes ages 6 to 18 for this example, but you're very welcome to take this same methodology and use it towards your adult clients as well. So it's a process that is interchangeable to the market. So here's step number 1. Step number 1 is to identify the people that you would approach about a sponsorship. Now, I'm going to cite another video that I've done called the Angel 101 list. And the Angel 101 list is something that is well beyond explaining the scope of this video because it's an in-depth thing, but essentially what it is, it's a list of 100 people that have the ability to put you in front of your target market. So in this example, an angel would be someone like a coach of a sports team, right? And he coaches and he's got 500 athletes that he coaches, and at the push of a button he could send an email and get you in front of those people, right? So that person we would consider an angel. And what your Angel 101 list is a big list of those people. And just tune into that video titled Angel 101 list because it's definitely one you want to watch. But number 1, the first part of sponsorships is identifying the people that share your target market that you could do a sponsorship with, right? So, and a great example for this, obviously a coach is a good one, but a great example of this would be like the administrator of a rec program or a youth program, where they're like the person pushing all the buttons and doing all the logistics for those. So step number 1 is to identify the person that has this access, right? Or identify the group that has this access, right? Here's step number 2. Step number 2 is find the right person to approach, right? Now, you might find the right group to approach. So in an instance, it could be the local PAL or the local youth league and everything like that. But you might not be in touch with the right person, and the right person also might not know you. So here's what you need to do. You need to find out who that person is. Who is the person that controls the button to get you in front? And you need to find a way to get someone to introduce you to that person, right? So let's just say you're looking through the list, you find this person, you don't know who it is. I'm willing to bet that you know someone that knows that person. Because remember, this is all local business and local communities, and I do this all the time, where it's like the program down the street, and all of a sudden I look and I see the person in charge of doing this is a client of mine in my gym, and it's just like, oh man, I should just go talk to them and ask them to help, right? So that's the second thing, is to approach the right person and find a way. And the email introduction is magic. The email introduction is total magic. So let's say you find a client, you got a client that knows that person, and then you want to get that client to introduce you to this person that pushes that magic button. Okay? And then what you want to do is you want to send the magic sponsorship request email to that person. Okay? Now, let me paraphrase and show you how this goes, because you want to get your pen and paper out and take notes on this. So what you're going to do is you're going to send an email to that person, and after the other person's introduced you, send an email to that person, and you say something along the lines of this. It's like, hey, I just want to let you know that we put a certain amount of money aside in our budget to sponsor programs like yours, and we have some room in the budget. And then you finish off the question, like, what would be the next step to sponsor your program? And he would probably return back and say, and here's let me stop that. Here's why this is so valuable, because essentially you're showing up, right? And this is going to be valuable for you, but you're showing up as someone saying, hey, I want to sponsor you. I want to bring money to your business. I want to bring services to your company or whatever it is. And you're showing up as a hero. So you're going to get responded to. You're going to get people like, oh, wow, that's really cool, and that's really nice of you to want to do that, to invest in it, right? And the ideal thing that would happen next is you would meet with that person. So a face-to-face meeting. So you could then sit down with that person and talk to them about your proposal that you have. And so this whole face-to-face time it's a long lost art. And I built my whole first business around this. I built my whole first business around FaceTime, sitting down, sitting to lunch, sitting at breakfast, sitting at dinner, sitting at drinks, sitting at coffee with these types of people that had access to the clients that I want. And when you sit down with them, what you do is you talk about the proposal. Now, the structure of the proposal is very, very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to come with a certain amount of money, right? I mean, you're going to pay for this, and the way you find out how much you should pay is they probably have some kind of a thing like a banner or a t-shirt or something like that, and it's never usually very expensive. So let's just say, it's $600 to do a banner in the outfield and a t-shirt or something like that, right? What you do is say, okay, here's what I'd like to do. In my proposal, I'd like to donate $1,200, which is double what the highest fee is for your sponsorship program. And what I'd also like to do is put together a couple coaches clinics where I could teach your coaches how to do warm-ups. I'd like to do some educational seminars for your sports teams, meaning me coming in and talking about nutrition. And you basically come up with a list of 3 to 5 things that you want to deliver to this program. And not only are you coming and showing up with a check, right, which is what they want, but you're also showing up with added value things. And so you would list all these things, and then in the bottom you would say what that program would do for you, and basically say, what I'd like you to do is, we do promotions for our programs 4 times a year or whenever you do it, right? For our purposes, we do promotions for our sports performance programs 4 times a year. So we would say we'd like 3 emails sent 4 times a year. So every quarter, when we launch a new program, you would email out to your list about the program, and we would give you the email and everything like that. We'd take care of it all for you. Right? But what you're doing is you're showing up as a hero because you're solving a problem that they have. These people go through these centers, and they're looking for sponsors. They're looking for people to give them money to support these programs, to buy equipment, for people to go on trips and stuff like that. And instead of them going out to find somebody, you're going to them and saying, hey, I want to pay you double what normally other people will pay you. And the real value is, you're getting an email promotion, which is the best thing I've seen in terms of a direct response promotion. It's the best thing I see to be able to do it. And when we do this in our community, with our local towns, the results are absolutely phenomenal, right? Now, the key is, do you write the email well and specifically and things like that? And I think there's some examples of those types of emails in my book, right? And then the final step is to send reminders, right? So you've made this agreed upon thing. It's kind of like an annual agreement, if you will, right? So let's say you have this thing you do 4 times a year, you're gonna make this donation of X amount of dollars, and then 4 times a year, they need to promote for you. But here's the deal, they're probably not gonna remember. So the last step in this is to remind them, right? To remind them, say, hey, I just want to let you know, here's the emails to send. Please send them on this date. So what we're doing, to wrap this whole thing up, what we're doing is we're creating a situation where we're filling a void that they have, right? The void that they have is they need more resources. They need financial resources, and they need resources to make their parents and coaches and kids better from, and us as trainers, right, that train athletes, we have that ability. We have knowledge on nutrition, we have knowledge on speed, we have knowledge on injury prevention and warm-ups and stuff. We have access to all of that, and that is all value to them. And them sending a few emails is usually not that big of a deal, but it could be a very, very big lucrative thing for your business and to get more athletes. So that is my unpacking of these sponsorships. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and you now have an idea to start moving forward to do it. I have outlined a lot of the specific scripts and resources on how to do it, what you should say in the emails and everything like that. It's all in my book, The Ultimate Guide to Marketing Your Gym. So if you'd like a copy of this book, just go to vincesfreebook.com. It's an offer where I bought the book for you. You just have to cover the shipping, so it's like, I think it's a couple bucks for shipping. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but it's really well worth it to get this resource. And again, it has a lot of the stuff that I talked about in here with specific scripts and specific resources to help you implement the stuff that I talked about on this video. So go ahead, go to vincesfreebook.com to get a copy of it, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much.